Hello students, welcome back. So in this session, we are going to be covering Python operators, specifically comparison operator and assignment operators. So your comparison operators, these are your comparison operators. So there's a less than or equal to, there's a greater than or equal to, or there's a equal to. Basically, double equal to is basically comparing the values, okay? Then you have not equal to right here. These comparison operators, they allow you to compare data values. Okay, so data can be your integer, it can be string, it can be float, it can be any one of these numeric data types. So they always return a Boolean variable. In other words, they're always going to return either true or false. So let's print a Boolean variable. Let's say I type print true. Okay, what exactly it does? It prints out my true right here because these are very special variable. Python actually have them already defined in the system. Okay, let's look at this greater than operator. So x equal to 16 and my y equal to 15 and my result equal to x greater than y. So what just happens over here is that this x greater than y, right? This actually is a Boolean Boolean variable. It returns a Boolean variable. So my result takes the value as whatever this is. This is true or false. So in this case, it is true. So my result is true right here. So it prints out true. The first print statement prints out true. And I'm also looking at the type, like what type that is. And look at that. It tells you it is a class Boolean right here. Okay, I can print the value directly. I really don't need this result. Okay, I can just print the directly Boolean variable directly inside my print statement. So exactly same thing. Okay, this code is exactly same as this, except I'm not using the result now. So I print my x greater than y, and if I run this, it's gonna print true right here. Okay, without that result variable. Then I can also do a less than operator. So this one is x equal to 16, y equal to 15. Okay, and I'm printing x less than y. Well, is this true? Let's find out. Oh no, that is not true. It is false because 16 is not smaller than 15. That's why it prints false. Let's look at the another one. So in this case, x equal to 13 and y equal to 15. And is this condition is true? Well, let's find out. In this case, it is true because 13 is smaller than 15. Let's look at another one. This in this case, x equal to 15 and y equal to 15. Is this part true? This condition is basically asking you that, hey, x is greater than or equal to y. Is this true? Well, 15 and 15, they both are equal to. So one of the condition is getting true. So because of that, it prints out true. Okay, how about this one right here? So let's say my x equal to 13 and my y equal to 15. How about this? Is this true? Is my x less than or equal to y? Well, in this case, it is true because 13 is smaller than, it is less than 15. Okay, then there is another operator, double equal to. Okay, this basically compares whether two things, whether the values are same or not. Same thing, then you have not equal to. This is like an opposite of this. So whatever this operator returns, it's going to return opposite of that. So if this returns true, this is going to return false and vice versa. So let's take a look at an example. Let's say my x equal to 15 and my y equal to 15, and I print x equal to x double equal to y. Okay, and if I run this, it's going to print true because this and this are exactly same. But this right here is asking you, basically this is going to print whether x is not equal to y. Well, this part is false because x not equal to y, it is a false condition, so it prints out false over here. Again, just think of this as opposite of this. Okay, whatever this is, it's going to print opposite of that. Okay, let's take a look at another example. So in this case, my x equal to 17 and my y equal to 15. Well, is x equal to y? Is this true? Well, the answer is no, it is not. So it is going to print false. How about this one? Is x not equal to y? Is this true? Well, yes, it is equal to true. It is true because 17 and 15, they are not same. Okay, we can also compare strings, by the way. So let's say my x equal to a, my y equal to d, and I print x greater than y. So in anytime when you compare strings, Python, what it does, it actually uses lexicographical order. Okay, so in a lexicographical, basically your a is smaller than b is smaller than c is smaller than d. So this is how it treats. So when I run this thing, it's going to print false in this case, okay, because my a is not greater than y. It is smaller than y. And behind the scene, basically what's happening is that Python converts these these characters, like these one single single characters into an ordinal number. Okay, there's a function called ord. It converts into these numbers and actually is comparing the numbers. That's what's happening behind the scene. So the ordinal for x is 97 and the odd value for y is 100. And based on that, this 97 and 100, it evaluates this expression. So based on that, it prints false. Okay, what if you have a string like this, ABC and ABD? Well, in this case, what it does, it compares A against A first, then it compares B with B, then it compares C with C. So as soon as, sorry, C with D. So as soon as C and D comes, it's going to recognize that, hey, in this case, my X is not greater than Y because C is not greater than D. Because of this C right here, this is not greater than D, it prints out false over here. Look at this string right here. In this example, I have ABC and then ZZ and then ABD right here. So in this case, it doesn't matter what that is, okay? As long as it hits this thing, okay? So it looks at that AB, right? AB common over here and AB common over here. But the moment it comes to the third character, it sees C. It doesn't matter what this character is, okay? The moment it comes to the C, it comes down and it compares value by value, okay? And it looks at C and D and it determines the C is smaller than D and it's going to print false over here. What if I change this C to maybe A, B, C, D, let's call it F or let's call it G right here. So if I do ABG and ABD, if I run this thing, it's going to say true because of the presence of G right here. And same thing over here. If I change this to G, okay, and if I run this, it's going to print true right here. Okay, so then let me just go back, change it back to the original. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Let's say I have this A equal to Barbit and B equal to boss. So if I run, is A greater than B? Well, the answer is false because it checks BO and BO, okay, same. But what about this B? And it looks at this B and it says, hey, this B is not bigger than S. And because this B, this third B right here, sorry, the first, second, third, yeah, the third character is not bigger than the third character over here, it prints out false. Okay, now assignment operators. So assignment operators, these are my assignment operators. Equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, and remainder equal to. Let's look at each one of them. Let's say I say A equal to 5. So this assignment operator we have been working all along. Basically what's happening, I'm assigning the value 5 to my variable A. So this is what your assignment operator doing. And if I print my A, it prints out the value of A. Well, let's say that my C equal to 12. Okay, C, let's say somebody's salary and A is a raise. You're giving him some kind of raise. Maybe you're giving him $3 or 3 rupees. So if you, a lot of time you actually have to do like this, and these types of operation you have to perform very often. C equal to C plus A. So what's happening over here, let me just comment these things out. Okay, so what's happening over here is that I'm taking the previous value of C, which is 12, and I'm adding A to that. So 12 plus 3 is 15. So my C now becomes 15. So when I run this, my C gets printed as 15. What just happened was the previous value of C, which was 12, it gets overwritten. Okay, this gets overwritten by 15. Okay, this type of operation happens so often that Python creators, they have created a simple little syntax for that, and this is the syntax. So let me just comment this thing out and come back down and all right. So in this case, instead of writing C equal to C plus A, you can actually write this thing this way right here. Okay, C plus equal to A. And this is going to do exactly same thing. So as you can see, it prints out the same result. So same thing can be done with a subtraction operator. So let's say you have to do C equal to C minus A very often. So instead of writing this lengthy expression, you can just do like this, C minus equal to A. So if you run this thing, it's going to print 9. What just happened? It took the value of 12. 12 minus 3 is 9, and the value of 9, now C gets overwritten by that 9 over there. And this is how, when I print my C, it prints out 9. Okay, same thing over here with multiplication. So in this case, you multiply, let's say 12 by zero point 0.3. Okay, in this case, what's happening? This is the operation. Let's say you're trying to perform. You're giving somebody 30% raise. Okay, so 12 is his salary. You're giving 30% raise. So your C equal to C times A. You can actually, in a concise manner or in a different notation, you can use this little trick to actually do the c equal to c times a. And same thing with remainder. Okay, so 10, 7. So let's say you have to do an operation like this. So instead of running like this, you can do this way, and that'll give you the same answer. That's up to you. You don't really don't need to if you don't want to do this thing. You can do work with this one too, but this is a little bit more concise and has its benefits. Okay, then you have division too. Same thing with division. So this is your 10, this is your 4. So you say c equal to c divided by a. You can rewrite this whole expression like this in this small notation. When you run this, it's going to give you 2.5. Thank you.